We're reading from Albert Einstein's Ideas and Opinions. And in this section, there was two sections I wanted to read from: education and freedom, because this is what we're all trying to get. We're all trying to obtain freedom. So I like, or I want to at least say or show what Albert Einstein thought about that. About freedom, on academic freedom. Apropos of the Gumbel case, 1931, E.J. Gumbel, professor at the University of Heidelberg, Germany, had courageously exposed political assassinations by German Nazis and other members of the extreme right. In consequence, he was violently attacked, particularly by right-wing students. Published in Mein Wetbau, Amsterdam, and 1934. Numerous are the academic chairs, but rare are wise and noble teachers. Numerous and large are the lecture halls, but far from numerous the young people who genuinely thirst for truth and justice. Numerous are the wares that nature produces by the dozen, but her choice products are few. We all know that, so why complain? Was it not always thus, and will it not always thus remain? Certainly, and one must take what nature gives as one finds it. But there is also such a thing as a spirit of the times, an attitude of mind characteristic of a particular generation, which is passed on from individual to individual and gives its distinction or distinctive mark to a society. Each of us has to do his little bit toward transforming this spirit of the times. Compare the spirit which animated the youth in our universities 100 years ago with that prevailing today. They had faith in the amelioration of human society, respect for every honest opinion, the tolerance for which our great minds had lived and fought. In those days, men strove for a larger political unity, which at the time was called Germany. It was the students and the teachers at the universities in whom these ideals were alive. And actually, his university experience is almost like 100 years from where I'm reading now. Today, also, there is an urge toward social progress, toward tolerance and freedom of thought, toward a larger political unity, which we today call Europe. But the students at our universities have ceased as completely as their teachers to embody the hopes and ideals of the people. Anyone who looks at our times soberly and dispassionately must admit this. We are assembled today to take stock of ourselves. The external reason for this meeting is the Gumbel case. This apostle of justice has written about unexpiated political crimes with devoted industry, high courage, and exemplary fairness, and has done the community a signal service by his books. And this is the man whom the students and a good many of the faculty of his university are today doing their best to expel. Political passion cannot be allowed to go to such lengths. I am convinced that every man who reads Mr. Gumbel's books with an open mind will get the same impression from them as I have. Men like him are needed if we are ever to build up a healthy political society. Let every man judge by himself, by what he has himself read, not by what others tell him. If that happens, this Gumbel case, after an unedifying beginning, may still do good. And that's what you have to have. I've been telling people for decades, schools and education is there for us to mentally progress. And great that schools are feeding people, giving social work, giving counseling. That's not necessarily what a school is there for. A school is there for you to go, improve your mind, and use that improvement for the betterment of the community. And if it's not doing that, if it's just a babysitting center, then I don't understand why people are so um, hungry to open schools back up. It's weird to me. But we need to take our minds more seriously. We need to take our education more seriously, and that's why I'm building the platforms that I'm building, or using the platforms that I have, and building and providing the content that I do. So I thank you for your support, and I ask that you pass it around and that you support me in every way possible, and that you take care of your mind, you take care of your body, and that you be safe.